Yo, what up everyone? Nathan here coming at you with a new video. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're talking about Rocket League and esports. So I read an article today about how we should take Rocket League more seriously in esports. And I thought I was going to discuss my opinion in this very short video and talk to you about this. First of all, if you guys are a Rocket League player or you're a competitive player for Rocket League for any organization or team, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Maybe we can do an interview or maybe we can write a piece of article together or something like this because I'm really curious about this. Again, I'm a fanatic of esports and I don't judge any game. I don't think any games are better than others. I have my personal preferences, of course, but still, I love esports. And for whatever game it's represented by, I really don't care. So today I'm talking about this because a really nice article was released on the Esport Observer, which is a website that I really recommend. Very cool content creators, very cool articles, and overall very nice content about esports. And today I stumbled upon this stuff from his name is Silent Eco, and he talks about why Rocket League should be considered as an esports more and more respected. So, as you guys know, Rocket League, when it came out on Steam, it was one of the most viral game I've seen in a while. And a lot of people downloaded it, bought it, had like a couple of issues and like glitch and bugs and stuff. But then it just went viral. Another game that just went viral because of Twitch and because of all those big influencers trying to stream it, etc., etc. And the whole thing went absolutely nuts. Everybody started playing it. Everybody started loving it. Big players that were really good were doing like YouTube videos, highlights that were working very well. And overall, a lot of people could see a potential as it was a very strategic game and which has a very easy to play, hard to master type of vibe that a lot of people like in other esports like League of Legends, Clash Royale, or other esports that you can think of. There's two things I really want to talk about. The first thing is, can Rocket League be considered as an esports and does it have potential? And my answer is really yes. I think it's a great game and it's very easy to understand. I mean, it's soccer, but instead of players, you literally have cars, which makes things funnier. Your dad can understand it, your grandma can understand it, you can understand it. It's very not that hard. It's a ball that needs to go in a hole, nothing really much. After there's all the mechanical aspect to it, but it's not very important when you think about it. Second is that it's very entertaining, not only to play, but to watch it. Sometimes you have the big plays, etc., etc. But I still think that the spectator mode needs to be worked better so that it's more like surprising, entertaining for the viewer and the viewing experience. And the second thing I want to ask is, can Rocket League be... So, okay, we get it that Rocket League can be an esports and that it has already organizations, it has already pro gamers, it already has money and prize pool, etc. But in the other side of esports, you have... Because basically esports is divided by a numerous amount of game and people cannot play every single game and try hard and follow the league. So people tend to play 2-3 games, maybe follow like 2-3 games. Like I usually follow CSGO, League of Legends, Overwatch, or CSGO, League of Legends, H1Z1, etc. It's hard to follow everything. Like I cannot follow everything. Nobody really can, or nobody really would. So what I'm trying to say is that Rocket League could become an esports. There's definitely the money on it. There's definitely the viewership, and the community is very strong. You have to know that Rocket League has a very loyal community that is really that has a really good image. But the thing is that in 2017, today we have H1Z1 that is blowing up right now, which has one of the biggest esports potential of this year, I think, alongside with FIFA, which is becoming huge with all the soccer organization recruiting the best FIFA players and paying them really good money, and therefore like the whole entertainment business industry of sports is investing in FIFA to make the transition from traditional sports to esports. So just with H1Z1 and FIFA, it makes me really scared about Rocket League. And besides that, you have League of Legends that is growing, you have CSGO that is growing, you have Clash Royale and mobile games that are growing, you have Overwatch that keeps growing and growing and growing. My question is that, is there a spot for for Rocket League? Is there really the time for... Is there really an audience for this video game? Like, if you had the World Championship of Rocket League are people gonna watch it? This is the only thing I'm wondering, since it's a game that people already visited, and it doesn't have this this variety to it. I mean, Rocket League is a game that isn't very. It could easily be repetitive, and I think that's the only weakness that this game has. Even though they're trying to do like Rocket Basketball, or I think they did some stuff like updates with like new maps that were a little bit tricky to play with and stuff. But still, I feel that if I don't know who develops Rocket League. Wait, let me check that, guys. But Rocket League is developed by, I need to know so we don't forget. It's developed by Psyonix. So if Psyonix works on this weakness, making different cars, maybe different ball, different area, different map, and that it doesn't become a redundant game, because I remember why people stopped, right? People stopped because it was the same thing over and over and over, and it really get boring, and so Twitch streamers stopped to stream it. I mean, today, if you look at the game, if I just Google Twitch Rocket League, I'm sure there's not a lot of people streaming it, and we used to have like a lot of people streaming it. The biggest streamers like Summit1G, Soda Poppin', I'm from France, like all the big French streamers were streaming it. So right now you see the top streamer is Pro RL, so Pro Rocket League, and there's the semifinals with 2 teams or something like this. So this is a professional event, and then it goes down to 200 viewers, and you have a bunch of people from like 5 to 100 viewers. But it's not a very streamed game anymore. Like, it doesn't have the hype that it used to have. It might have a great community, but still there's something to work on. So honestly, this is my opinion. Let me know if you are a player and you think that there's a potential. If you know if Psyonix is working on anything to make it more esports friendly, or have a better viewing experience, etc., etc. So my final thought is that I definitely see the potential. I also definitely see a problem that they will face with like the repetitiveness and the fact that it could be redundant. But I want to believe in it, at least for 2018, if not 2019, because I really think that 2017 is overclocked with FIFA, H1Z1, Overwatch. I think, guys, H1Z1, Overwatch, and FIFA, Overwatch, H1Z1 are going to be the biggest 3 this year, with in terms of growth. In terms of growth, of course, but League of Legends and CSGO will still be on top. So I don't think Rocket League has a spot on this, at least for this year. But I want to believe. I really want to believe. And it doesn't have to be the biggest one, as long as the community likes it, as long as there's viewers, as long as it generates revenue for those companies. It doesn't matter. They don't have to have millions of viewers. As long as it's like a sustainable business or even profitable business to shoutcast it, why not? So that was it, guys, for my thoughts on Rocket League being an esports and considered as a serious one. Let me know if you think the same way, if you have another thing to add or a comment or a thought you want to share. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you for the next video tomorrow. Peace.